Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Caleb. Today we're going to be doing a full tour of all of the garage toys. Now these are all going to be non-car, non-truck, not like the Raptor. We're not doing any car or truck toys today. The focus of this video is going to be on everything else. I don't think anything right here is actually street legal. The closest thing is going to be the quad, and I do have two other ones hiding in the garage there that I'll show you guys in this video as well. So we got 6 total things to cover. Everything from off-road to on-road to snow to dirt. Now, nothing you're gonna see today is owned by me. A lot of these are owned by my brother, so he's gonna be joining us to tell us a little bit about some of these toys today. I'm gonna give you guys kind of an overview, and then we will jump into each one. Starting off here, we have our motorized scooter. Give you guys a little bit of a look at that too. This was something that my brother picked up actually off of a trade, so good for him. This mini bike here is crazy loud. We'll start it up for you guys in a little bit. He built this thing, actually rebuilt it pretty much from the ground up. This is, I would say, like the highest quality build that we have here. He spent a lot of time on it. It works very, very well. It's extremely loud. And this mini bike, I actually fell off of. That was the last time that I rode this thing. It was about a year ago, and I still have, you can see there, like right behind my knuckles, I still have scarring from when I fell off a year ago. This go-kart I originally bought, fixed up a little bit, rebuilt, and then gave it to my brother for his birthday. This has a cage on top of it that sometimes goes on it, but he was doing some work to it earlier. We were having some problems with the brakes. This one, actually pretty much all of these things are very fast, but these two specifically are like almost sketchy fast. This thing is too fast for its own good, like in a dangerous way. Both of these have those 212 Predator motors on it. I'll show you those right here. These are like way too fast for their own good. Over here we have the Raptor 700R quad. This thing's pretty much brand new. It only has, I would say, 10 hours on it so far. Not a whole lot done to it. And I'm gonna save those two hiding in the garage for Caden. He's gonna explain those. But let's start off at the bottom with the motorized scooter. Exactly like a weed whacker. Here, give it all around. So my brother got this thing off of a trade. He traded a refrigerator for it, and then it was broken at the time. He cleaned up the carburetor a little bit. Caden, did you put that intake on there?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so the intake's on there, and then we were having some issues with the front handlebars. They're a little wiggly. They don't work the greatest. We still haven't got a solution for that, but this is not very safe when you're driving. So that still needs to be fixed. A lot of these, like, I'll show there's like little things that need to be fixed along the way. I have no idea what this brand of rocket really is, but it does have this cool shock in the middle. How does this thing drive, Cade, besides the handlebars?
It's pretty good. It's got good suspension.
Yeah, so pretty okay, not bad. It's got that cool disc brake in the back too. So Caden, do you want to tell us a little bit about your mini bike? I know this thing does shoot flames.
It does.
He's gonna start this up. The muffler in the back here comes off. We'll start it up with it off, and then we'll start it up with it on. This thing is way too loud. Honestly, it's a nuisance. It should not be this loud with the muffler off. So this is gonna be a start up with the muffler off. I know you rebuilt this thing kind of from the ground up. You sanded, painted everything. You reupholstered the seat. Yep. You put the intake and like the cover and everything on it.
Basically everything's new, except for the engine came on it, and then totally repainted it, stripped up all the paint off.
It's got this like, you can see into the valves there. That's really cool.
It's like a little clear cover.
Yeah, that's really cool how you can see in there. So when you built this, you put you painted everything, reupholstered the seat. You put these on new tires and wheels as well, right?
Yep. Tires and wheels, air filter.
So pretty much everything has had some work done to it, right?
Yeah,
and
carburetor's
these pegs
original.
as well.
Yeah, I put the pegs on, and then there's the carburetor has a different jet in it for more airflow.
All right, we're gonna start it up now with the muffler on. So it's pretty loud both ways. So this thing right here, this go-kart is very fun. It's a little finicky, and it's kind of a death trap. Right now, the problem that we have been having is the brakes. It uses this sort of band that pulls against the, I don't want to say rotor, but the area where the brake presses up against like you would have on a rotor. The band, we keep having an issue where it falls off, and it's not stuck on there very, very well. And one of the other scary things about this steering is that it is super touchy. If you move it a little bit, that is all it takes to go a completely opposite way. And completely turning the wheels like that, going like 40, 45, which is, I would say, the top speed of this thing. It's pretty scary. We actually just had a neighbor that flipped their go-kart, and there was like an ambulance across the street because of a similar thing. When we first got this, it was white. We painted it the orange. It looks pretty good. Put a couple light bar things on it. So it still does need a little work, but it's a lot of fun and kind of scary. A couple other issues with this occasionally, like the throttle likes to stick sometimes. But we're gonna start this up, and I'm actually gonna hold this above the ground so that we can rev it and it doesn't just fly off on us. It's actually nice to be able to drive this thing and not blow your eardrums out, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or no, do you want it to be?
I mean, it's nice sometimes to blow your eardrums out.
So we actually have some exciting news coming for the Raptor. Hopefully, if everything goes as planned, this thing will be going into the shop soon. It has a similar manifold issue that a lot of the Raptors have, but hopefully we can replace these with some shorty headers, and then we're going to be chopping the muffler off and straight piping it. Some of the issues that we're having with those headers is that the bolts are stuck in the block, sort of. So that's something that we want to take to a shop because that's a very finicky job. We don't want to do something like that ourselves and break off a bolt into the block. It's just not worth us dealing with it on our own. But the pipes in the back, I'll show you this big muffler that it has. This huge one along there. That is something we're going to be doing ourselves. We'll get rid of that, and it's going to make this thing sound a lot louder. Have you yet to put the Raptor inside of the Raptor, Caden?
I have not.
No?
I hope it fits.
So this thing's pretty young. Doesn't really have a whole lot of time on it so far, but we're going to start this thing up for you guys. Ideally, I'd like to get my own quad someday soon, but right now money is just not allowing. I put a bid in on another car, a daily car, nothing fun, yesterday, and I will know tomorrow if my bid has been accepted. So I gotta get a daily before I do anything fun like that. So all this stuff is cool, but Caden, do you wanna show us what you got going on in the garage? So this is one of the things that was hiding in the garage. This is by far my brother's favorite. This is a KTM 125 two-stroke. This thing is pretty much a race bike. Very cool. I'll just show you guys around this thing. If you remember, it's been on the channel a while ago, but it's been at least a year since you guys saw this thing. So there's a few aftermarket things done to this bike. The rear wheel is different. The exhaust on the back is actually a silencer right here. So that's different. The upholstery is upgraded, so that's new. And then it is actually set to my brother's weight. We've got the, aftermarket grips on here, nothing crazy. And this is cool. I don't know if all bikes have this, but there's this tracker that tells you how many hours it's been ridden. That's very cool. We're going to get a start up on this thing. It sounds very, very cool when it's up. So I never actually mentioned the years of some of these. I'm gonna do that right now. The Raptor is a 2017. The bike, the KTM, is a 2015. And there's actually one more bike that's not here right now, but that is a Honda 150R. That is also a 2015. Now this next thing I'm gonna show you guys is a project. So it doesn't really run right now. I think we need to clean the carbs again. I'm not 100% sure, but this is our sled. This is the Skidoo. This thing is a 380. That's how big it is. And it's kind of packed away in here. Hasn't really been running for a while. It's an older one. We got it off of a family member a long time ago. But ideally, this thing will be up and running soon. Definitely something I'd love to see. It does have a new seat, a couple other new things that we added to it. And the sand rail, which you guys have obviously seen on the channel, is the only other non-car related toy that's kind of going around here. And the sand rail is the only one that I actually own. Almost all those are Caden's. Whereas I kind of went the car route with all of my stuff growing up. He was a big like motocross, dirt bikes, all that stuff. Every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, there are going to be new videos on the channel. All of those videos are going to premiere at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you can always come back on Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5:30 and you will get a new video on the channel. Right now, a lot of our focus is on the sand rail build, trying to wrap that up and get that thing done so that we can enjoy it for the rest of the season. The next big item on that is going to be brakes. So hopefully coming soon in the next couple videos. And I've got some plans with a couple other cars lined up that we have never seen on the channel that I'm gonna premiere for you guys. I got some links below to my TikTok. It's been really nice to meet a lot of you guys on there and see you coming to the channel. And I'll put some links below to my Instagram as well. It would be sweet to be able to connect with you guys on some of those other platforms. And let me know how you liked featuring some of the other things on the channel. I know we do a lot of car stuff and racing stuff, build stuff, but it was kind of cool to see a lot of that stuff as well. Hope you guys all have a great and amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one.